Hello guys, Survivor here. Welcome back to another video. Now I was gonna do another review back like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about a couple weeks ago. And it was gonna be erased because I finished that anime and I love that series. But the thing is, it was kind of hard to not really try to spoil it, at least a little bit of what the anime really is. So, and it's kind of like going to affect like what I'm gonna be saying here in a minute. All I'm saying here is that three animes, another, which is what I'm gonna be reviewing right here in a minute, ReZero and Erased. If you guys haven't not seen these animes yet, but you have heard of them, I highly recommend to not know, like, just at least have barely any knowledge or just have no knowledge of all of these series, of what happens in these series, like what happens in the first episode, what's the premise. I highly recommend not to find out about any of those or just barely have any knowledge about it, about the premises, because the first episodes are just a bit more impactful to, and even the series as a whole will be like a big impact. And I think that goes for every series as well, because like the first episodes of like lots of anime, they tend to blow up like these big things and shit, but because they want to get the exciting shit out while they do like other stuff, and they do all this and that. It's kind of a pattern in anime, especially with manga and Shonen Jump. Red Sprite. Yeah, Shonen Jump. I'm kind of pissed about that. Another. Holy shit. That's all I'm gonna be saying with another, because I just finished the series yesterday at school. Yeah, I finished an anime where it is involved with a school with a mystery type thing, that's with a mystery of a freak, of this thing going on, quote unquote thing going on, which involved a student from 26 years prior dying. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna be completely honest. At times while I was watching the another anime, or just sometimes at school when I was doing some stuff, I was actually getting a bit cautious. But I think that's also a good thing, because to be honest, you have to be really cautious, especially nowadays. Now, another what I really want to talk about this anime is that, again, I highly recommend to, if you guys have not seen the anime yet, I highly recommend to watch the series with barely any knowledge or just no knowledge of the series at all. Because if you already know, about like another and what it's about, you're kind of, and like I say, you look at like the quote unquote gruesome content that another offers, that is basically like popular on fucking YouTube. Apparently, the most popular thing about another on fucking YouTube, apparently. You're gonna be kind of disappointed with how the series really goes, because it's not all like that if that's what you're expecting, because it is not like freaking Higurashi. Okay, it's not a Higurashi where there's like a bunch of this shit happening like almost every episode, with a bunch of creepiness going on. It's a mystery like Higurashi, but it also has a lots of, but it doesn't really have as much gruesome shit, unless you count the final episodes, which by the way are kind of fucked. I'm gonna be completely honest, but again, I highly recommend just watch the series, at least like the first two, at least the first episode, to get the gist of what's kind of going on. At least like the first three episodes at least. Then come back and watch this review, because I'm gonna be kind of spoiling on what's kind of really going on, because you can't really talk about another without really talking about like what's kind of going on. And now look, I know. Okay, so another follows a training and transfer student by the name of Koichi Akigabara, who just moved from Tokyo to Yomiyama, to a town named Yomiyama, and transferred to the school into the school's class 3. Now, once he gets there, he starts noticing something off about the class, and trying to figure out what's going on and everything. Now, and he starts noticing this. Right when he starts noticing this uneasy shit going on, when he meets a girl named Misaki, who has an eye patch over her left eye, and has this mysterious type of giving off this mysterious type of vibe that you kind of like, what the fuck is going on here? It's pretty creepy. I'm gonna be completely honest about that. And another really does start off very creepy and very mysterious. And I think it does a damn good job about that, especially the first 2 episodes. For like episode 3, definitely give it off. And by the end of episode 3 is right where shit really goes down. I mean, literally goes downstairs.
Bruh.
I'm sorry, I had to do that. I'm gonna go to hell for that. Because if you guys seen the ending of episode 3 of Another, you guys will know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I had to do that. I'm sorry. But here's the thing about Another, though. What can I say about the story? I think it's very interesting. I think it does a damn good job with. I think the story does. I think what the. Now this is based off the of the original novel and of the original novel, which does go into more details, obviously about what's going on. And I heard that right around the final act of the series, at least like the second half, is right where things start getting different from the novel. Because I heard that there isn't as much gruesome content in the novel. It's just there that happens kind of randomly at times. So right when shit starts getting weirded out and shit, like, so basically like throughout. So if you're basically like reading the novel, you're kind of a bit more on edge because you don't even know what's gonna happen. In the anime, it's kind of the same thing, but it's also that you don't know like who's gonna because you don't know who else is gonna be, the one to like be kind of quote unquote taken out. It's really well done. And what I'm saying about taken out is because apparently there's this thing that's going on where it involves a student from 26 years prior, before the events of the series, and this thing has been going on ever since because of this one student's death, apparently. And the thing is, years upon years, like, there have been students dying left and right, and you're kind of like wondering what the hell's going on and who's going to be next. And the thing is, it does explain that it is somewhat different almost every year, because it isn't always the students that are affected by it, which makes it even more terrifying and a bit unpredictable. Because again, you don't know who's going to be next. So it kind of gives you so you're basically on the edge of your seat, kind of wondering who's going to be next. And there are episodes where literally nobody dies. So again, it gives you that edge. So it does give you that edge on your seat because you don't know. Okay, there are legit episodes where nobody literally dies, but even when someone does die, it's only like one specific scene in one of the episodes. That's it. That is freaking it. And that's just what makes the anime kind of a bit, you know, overwhelming, and what makes it very intense because you don't know, you really don't. And what I like about the mystery aspect of the anime is that especially right around the beginning, you think that you gotten it right, but at the same time you don't, because it's kind of like this, but it's not at the same time. We're kind of thinking what our main character Koichi is thinking, but again, he's always asking these questions just to make sure what goes on. Now, if they added some inner monologue that I heard that he does in the novel, what I heard, kind of like how Kirito does in the light novel of Sword Art Online, which, to be honest, I feel like they should have added that. Again, kind of like Kirito and Sword Art Online, I feel like they should have added some inner monologue, kind of like how they do in the novel. Same can be said with Koichi, from what I heard of from the novel to the anime. Because to be honest, I do like inner monologues because we do hear what the character is thinking, and I really do like that a lot. And hell, lots of shonen do it, and it's done pretty well a lot of the times. But I can see why the anime apparently didn't do it though. Here's the thing though, what I do love about another is, again, the mystery behind this quote unquote phenomenon, this thing that's just happening. It's as if the happening happened. The M Night Shyamalan movie. Like I say, you mix that and you take out the whole plant shit and mix that with some Final Destination shit. Another is what you get. It's a phenomenon that just randomly happens with something that's just mixing something with just death. It's kind of like the happening without the planned shit, with freaking Final Destination shit going down. It's very intense. But unlike Final Destination, you don't really know who's gonna be next, because you could go back and watch the movie. Because like Final Destination, you can go back and watch the movie and see, like, okay, maybe this guy did this. Okay, I think I might have figured that out. Like, who's gonna be next? And another, it's freaking random. So you don't know who's gonna be next. Like I said before. Now, what can I say about the characters? Koichi, I do like him, but the only character that actually stands out though on her own is Misaki, because she's like the one that gets the most screen time, along with Koichi. But there really isn't much to really say about the characters. I ain't saying that they're kind of average at best when you put it critically. They're just kind of there, but at least like you could, but at least like. But at least, like, here though, you can actually they actually stand out, because I heard that in the manga version of another, they don't really stand out. The characters don't really stand out at all, because compared to the anime, because in the anime they do stand out a lot, which is, again, what I think of too. Now there are characters there that do have their own quirks, a little own personality, because you do see, like, what they like and what they are, and how they act like this, which is how I would define a character, really. So there are some pretty good characters here and there, but I do feel like some could have. I feel like some could have felt like they should have had a bit more screen time, like Kazumi. The dude's been there since the beginning of the series, and the dude doesn't really have like a bit of a role until like a minor bit of it right around the end. So, dude, what was the point of this dude? So what was the point of this man? the dude shows up like around like the first 2-3 episodes, and the dude barely makes appearances. I kind of feel like since he was like right around the beginning, I feel like he could have like played a bit of a major role with Izumi, one of the other major characters in the story. I do feel like they should have put him right next to her with everything that happens, because again, he's like one of the class officers as well, if I remember correctly from episode 1. So again, I kind of feel like Cosme was kind of a bit of a wasted potential type of character, because I feel like he could have held down a bit more if he was involved with the characters more. But then again, he was there in the first episode where Izumi wasn't there and she was absent, but he was there as well. I don't know how this shit works with the freaking school and everything. But again, the characters themselves, I just feel like they're decent at best. I personally like the characters. It's just that critically they're decent at best, to be honest. Some characters just right when they started showing up and actually showing a bit of like there, and a bit of like, showing like a bit more promise and getting more involved. It's just right around just after some shit happens though, and sometimes it kind of feels a bit rushed. Now again, I don't know about what happens in the novel with a lot of these classmates, because they're all involved with this class 3 bullshit. But again, I'm just gonna have to read the freaking novel, which I heard is pretty long, in order to like fully understand and actually hopefully know that these characters actually at least have something else. But again, I just don't know. And also here's the thing. Now, what can I say about the soundtrack? Hot damn, I love the soundtrack. And what pisses me off is that you can't find some of the intense soundtrack that you hear, like like the soundtrack that was playing like right at the final scene of episode 3. Where the hell can I find that music? I can't find it anywhere. It's like a total of 13 tracks that you can find on freaking YouTube. Six like 14 like to like 16 if you count like the unreleased tracks. Where the hell do I find these? Now if you can actually record the scenes and actually like now if you can actually record the scenes and actually take like the voices from the anime out, which I'm pretty sure you can do with like certain programs, editing programs that you can actually buy. I think you can actually upload it like somewhere else and just randomly find it. I'm just saying. But then again, I have no idea how the hell anybody hasn't even done that shit yet. Because Another has like probably one of the best soundtracks in the entire. Because another soundtrack is probably one of the best parts of the actual series, especially when that main theme kicked in that very first clip of the series. I was like, yo, this shit is looking hype, especially for what it was showing. Great shit right there. I gotta applaud the animators for doing that. And by the way, the animation studio behind this are the same people that actually helped make Angel Beats. Now I know that Angel Beats was actually made by Studio Key, which are the same guys that are behind tragic animes, Clannad, Canon, Air, Angel Beats itself, and Charlotte. Now PA Works, I heard that they're also somehow behind Angel Beats as well. And I heard that Another was their first attempt at a horror anime. Horror/thriller/mystery anime. So basically, if this is like their first attempt like of animating it, which is based like on the novel by the same name, which also had a manga adaptation, which I heard is kind of inferior to the anime. I hear that, I gotta say that they did a pretty damn good job for their first. I'm gonna be completely honest. Now, what can I say about, like, let's say the animation? I gotta say the animation art style. As much as I really don't care for it, as long as it doesn't really look bad, I think it's fine. I think it's well done. Hell, the art style is surprisingly very, I could say, pretty. There's this one YouTuber I watched that actually mentioned another, and he said that the animators focus a bit on like how pretty the anime characters looked in it. I kind of, I'm be completely honest, it kind of they kind of do when you really look at it, especially like if you look at the ending credits of the anime. They kind of did focus on that. Now, also, what I can say about another is that I do feel like, what can I say about like the ending of the series? I heard people are a bit convoluted about the ending. There are people that love the ending. There are people that kind of are disappointed with it. And to be honest, I actually love it. I think it actually ties in for what was kind of foreshadowed slash hinted in episode one, and what was also mentioned in a couple other episodes as well, revolving around this certain character, and I think it does a damn good job with it. I do like the twist at the end. It really shocked me. I was like, yo, like it was like before, like when I was like watching the final episode yesterday, my freaking, like just waiting for us to go to the freaking pep rally down at the gym. I was in my history class. We were all just waiting, like not really doing anything. I was like watching another. I was like, oh my god! It was like, I'm surprised some people like, I'm surprised some people were like, dude, like what the hell, man? Because again, basically whatever hell I do that's out of the ordinary for me, people are apparently gonna look at my ass for it at school. Now look, I gotta say the ending, I do like it. I do think it's a pretty good ending, a pretty good conclusion. And the final episode, man, whole, like at least the final two episodes, fucking insane insanity is what I gotta say about that. That's all I'm gonna be saying for the final two episodes of another. It's pure insanity. And some people may call it a bit of rush, especially with some character moments. But I don't know, guys. I do love the ending overall, and I think that's what kind of made me want to go and actually give it a score that I'm about to give it right here. Another, right around the beginning, I think was doing a damn good job with how it's presenting the mystery and everything, especially right around the beginning. 6 to 7 out of 10. I thought I was doing a good job. Once like shit started hitting the fan right around the middle, and it just kept on going with the mystery and how everything was kind of revolving around and shit. I was like, yo, this is easily an 8 out of 10. For the majority of the series, it's an 8 out of 10 for me. But when I got to the final episode, which is pure insanity, I gotta admit that at the series itself, I'm gonna be completely honest, the final episodes really got it to me impactfully, and I think, and that's a good thing. When an anime impacts you the way it does, it's a good thing regardless, with how much it shocks you and just what happens though. Now, so another, if I had to give it a final verdict, I would give it an easy 9 out of 10. It just, the final episode alone was enough to like, wow, holy shit, dude. It was an amazing final episode. Hell, I think the climax to another is probably one of my favorite anime climaxes in the series, because shit is going down. And just, it is just like, wow. And I do love that the plot twist at the end. It was two plot twists at once, which I was surprised. Which I really do love plot twists. Which, by the way, I do love plot twists that happen at the same time. Like two plot twists at the same time. I love that. Like I love that. I love it when two plot twists just kind of combine together to become like this big mind fuck. I just love it. Now, another, all I'm going to be saying here is that I love it. It's not the most perfect anime, but I do think it's an amazing series, and I do recommend watching it. But again, like I said before in the beginning, I highly recommend not watching it with barely any knowledge of the series. But I still think it'd be pretty good for like some people, regardless. Who knows? Because to experience it feels a lot better than actually knowing it. It's the same thing with because I knew about what was going to happen in Erased, the first episode, but it still impacted me just a bit. It just goes to show like how better the actual experience is. So again, another, I love it, and if I have to give some recommendations from another, I do think that Higurashi is definitely a must-watch if you like another. And if I had to name like another series, I heard that Monster is also a lot like this because it's really mindfuckery and involving like murders and it being an actual thriller and shit. I heard that one as well. But if I had to give like personal recommendations, I definitely do say Higurashi is probably my main recommendation if you love another. Now, this has been my review of another. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like the video if y'all enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more. Comment below what y'all think. If any of y'all new to the channel, you want to see more, sure subscribe for more. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see y'all in the next video. Survivor out.